in the Always Believe house. This is my office. I think for pre-AP Algebra, this is the first time I have videoed in here. I'm going to magically make a whiteboard appear, and this is a pretty cool place. This is my happy place in my house. At Christmas, you need to come to the Always Believe house and see Mr. Toots' house. It has an Always Believe Hall of Fame. Oh, search Always Believe House on Instagram or Facebook, and bam, it is there. Let me start recording in Zoom so I can screen record, and shazam, a whiteboard magically appears. Oh, and we are recording. Okay, today we're going to continue what we started last week, and like I said last week, this is the hardest thing you're going to do before Christmas. Okay, this is steppy. There's a lot of steps. Today's assignment, you're only doing one. On Friday's assignment, you were generating all three equations. This is not easy. All we're going to do this week is this. So hopefully at the end of the week, you'll be okay. On Thursday, you will take a quiz. Okay, so we're going to start on this problem. And notice on this paper, I have given you the three equations. Okay, I could not subscript in the directions up here, but you have point slope, you have slope intercept, and you have standard form all at the top. So you need to generate those equations. Remember, we're going to use point slope and then transform point slope. And we're only going to use one equation. So this will be simpler than what we did Friday. And I'm going to do one of each type. We're going to do this today and tomorrow, so you'll get the hang of it. Okay, so on the first part, you want to write the equation in point slope form. And you're given the point and a slope. This is going to be pretty simple. Okay, so let's go to number one. Okay, on number one, this is our point. So on top, put X, Y, and M. And then write the point. We're only going to do this once. Most of y'all don't need to do this anymore. Okay, so write down point slope. And remember that the Y and the X have a negative sign in front of them, right? So when you plug in the X and Y, the numbers will change signs. Most of my face-to-face students got this on Friday. So we're going to write down Y blank equals blank parentheses X blank. And we're going to put three numbers in there. The Y goes here, the M goes here, and the X goes here. So if I were to put the Y in here, what's the opposite of a 4? It's a negative 4 in it. And then my slope stays the same, and the opposite of 1 is a -1, and I have just written point slope. That's all you have to do. So when you plug in the X and Y in point slope, remember also you got to flip it. You got to put the Y first and the X last, and you change the signs. Not that hard. Really quickly, an undefined slope is a line that goes straight up and down. So it's only going to cross X. It's going to be X equals something. Okay, an undefined slope goes this way, a zero slope is flat. Go to number 5. Okay, on number 5, we want the slope intercept form. So we're going to plug it into point slope. Please do it this way and transform it into slope intercept. So let's do, remember on number 6, a slope of 0 is going to be flat, and it's going to be Y equals something. So these two right here are kind of tricky, okay? And then the undefined will be straight up and down, and it will be X equals something. Okay, so let's go to number 5. Number 5. Okay, write down, this is my X, this is my Y, this is my M, and I'm just going to write it in point slope, then I'm going to switch it. So I'm going to have Y, what's the opposite of -1? It's a +1 in it. Equals, my slope is -3/2, parentheses, X, the opposite of +4 is a -4. I just have written the equation in point slope. This is pretty simple stuff. So if you're given the slope and a point, it's easy to get point slope. You just plug it in and flip the signs of the X and the Y. Now then, I want to switch this to slope intercept. Please do it this way because you can do standard the same way. If you go into slope intercept by plugging the Y, M, X in and solving for B, you can't get standard. So please learn how to do it this way. The first step, we have a fractional slope, don't we? is we're going to get rid of that 2. So we're going to bluebell truck the 2. And remember, right here, these 2 bluebell trucks will merge and then go to these stores. So the 2 and the 3/2, those are 2 bluebell trucks. We're going to combine them out and then go to the parentheses. So on the left, I'll have 2y plus 2 equals, these 2's will divide out, and I'm left with -3, aren't I? So the -3 is going to be my new bluebell truck. Remember, when you distribute that bluebell, when you distribute the denominator, it's going to cancel out your denominators, which is why you're doing that. Then we'll get a -3 times x is -3x, and a -3 times a -4 is a +12, and we want this equation to look like this. We want the y on the left all by itself, the x on the right, and all the numbers on the left. So this 2 has got to get moved over. So let's subtract 2. So we have 2y equals -3x plus 10. Now then the next step is to divide by 2 in it. And I'll get y equals -3 over 2x plus 5. And that is my slope intercept. Okay, that would be my slope intercept. On number 7, like I said, you're just going to get x equals something. See if you can figure it out. And on number 6, you're going to get y equals something. Okay, see if you can figure it out. Pretty simple stuff. Now then on this one, we want, write the equation on the line, write standard form. Okay, let's do number 9. Okay, so we want standard form, so we're going to plug it into, is there a fraction? Let's do number 10. There's a fraction on number 10. These are harder. Okay, so put the xy and the m on top. Now then we're going to plug into point slope. Once you get the hang of this, it is not hard. So y minus 2 equals -5 over 4 parentheses x plus 4. So the y goes first, the x goes last, the signs flip, and the slope goes in the middle. Now then we have a fraction, don't we? So we're going to bluebell truck the denominator. So we're going to take the 4 and distribute it. So on the left I'll have 4y minus 8 equals, these 4's cancel out, and we got -5 left, right? That -5 turns into our bluebell truck. So we got -5x minus 20. Oh! Now then we want to turn this into ax plus by equals c, don't we? So the x goes first, the y stays in the middle on the left, and the c goes to the right. So I need this x to go first and this 8 to go over here, don't I? The opposite of a -8 is a +8, and the 5x will switch to +1. So I'll have 5x, the 4y won't change, plus 4y equals, and this will be -12. And that is standard. Just letting you know. This is the easiest way to do this. If you go y equal mx plus b and you replace y, m, and x, you cannot get, it's hard to get standard that way. This way works every single time. Once you get used to getting rid of that fraction and distributing, this equation is generated every time, and you just switch it to slope intercept or standard. Once this clicks, you're going to get it, and you will get it this week. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, you are amazing. You were created to do wonderful things, and always believe, and you are awesome.